Maeve, what happened last time you were with us? Yeah, right. Last time you were with us, you
Only
were
during the first session.
yeah, you were protecting Giselle, if I recall.
Yep.
Yeah.
And after that, she went missing for who knows how long.
I mean, in game time, it's only been 1 day, 1 full day,
Oh,
2 days.
okay.
Yeah, so you went
Mm,
that, then it's so 1 full day.
okay. I
Yeah.
thought I've lost so many days. Like she gone missing, maybe like chasing something she fiercely, and then just gone missing forever.
Nope, she's back. She's back.
Man,
Any
this tiger's
feet?
missing a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
We started
Okay.
last episode like, hey, where's Evie gone?
Vic gone missing too.
Evie went missing, yeah.
No.
Let's see.
Not for long though.
Yeah.
Uh,
They found him pretty quick.
that's
He
good.
keeps being mysterious.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a case of, have you seen a really tall guy who's really long arms and legs and looks weird? You can just that direction.
First of all, how dare you? Evig is a pure and normal looking individual.
When will it be?
Well, what? Let's see. Last time we ended with we ended
drank
at we
with
ended
the
at
bloke that we knew, and then we went home.
yeah. I think it was that everyone meets up at home overnight, which means that we start with a new day dawning, and the trial is tomorrow.
Trial?
Oh right, you may want to inform Madeline about that.
Oh yes, the evil murderer criminal is being tried tomorrow, and our presence has been requested.
Oh, is it the guy we defeat during the first session?
That would be him, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I,
So yeah, that trial is tomorrow, and yeah, Giselle walks out very early to and she tells you that she's going to go go hold sermon
Preaching.
again, hopefully reaching a wider audience than yesterday. And Atticus goes off in search for more information on the sailing boats, I should say, leaving you.
Presumably to stop Giselle getting beaten up in the street.
And
Eating his one grape. Oh,
yes,
he spent like 2 hours eating one grape last episode.
uh,
It was great.
and I'm thinking that you mentioned something about boat. I really think I
Yes.
the video. I will just watch it later.
Yes, there was a desert boat.
The support.
There was a desert boat. There were
Okay.
masts over the town, and we were like, huh? Yes. Desert boat. And it's crewed
Good.
by Atticus's old captain and several
Oh.
other members of his crew. So
Mm.
Atticus is a bit on edge, but they have since moved on, it would seem,
Ah,
which is good for him.
good for him.
He was very nervous.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that leaves you two in the building, and yeah. Looking at the map, is there something you want to do immediately?
I have approximately one thing to get done today,
What is
and
it?
that is to ask the prisoner some questions.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's all I want to get done today. That's all I had planned.
Hmm.
I think.
Housing, public building.
Well, if you want to do that, you are free to walk over to the last place you know, last place you saw him.
He was with the physician, correct?
Correct.
I haven't seen him there yet. That would be the other members of the group.
Oh, right, you were sleeping there. Yeah, sorry.
I was sleeping. But I'm assuming I know where it is. They probably
Yeah.
told me.
It's in the more northern part of the specialist area.
Excellent. Excellent.
Anything that Madeline would like to do?
I'm also curious about the prisoner. Like, why are they attacking us? So maybe I'll just come along with Ivik to talk with the prisoner.
Okay. So you two walk off to that and that.
It's good cop, bad cop time. Or
Hang
bad
on.
cop, bad cop. One of the two.
Hang on, I'm going to make the square smaller. Oh. There you go.
Neat.
Right. So you come to the physician. She opens the door. She opens the door and goes, "Ah, Madeline. Nice seeing you again."
Who's talking with me?
Well, yes, I'm talking with you.
Sorry, Snake. I mean, who's the one approaching Madeline?
Oh, well, you are at the physician, so the physician would be Sal, who you know from.
Did Madeline go on that?
Yeah,
Or was
she
that
went with
just-
Giselle.
I thought it was just on Atticus.
No, when the injured one was knocked out, Madeline went with Giselle. So that's
So
where.
okay. I was so shocked all of a sudden this guy calling me.
No. It's a woman, elderly woman, and I don't think I've ever described the Venerans in general, have I?
No.
All right.
Give me that law.
All right. So the Venerans are have generally very long legs, very thin, long legs, with bigger hips for shorter sprinting distances. You know, ostrich legs. You know, the sort of very thin, spindly, and then large hips. That type of long and spindly. And then bodies are relatively short, but still very obviously humanoid. Arms are more closer to what we would describe as human, and then on the head and shoulders, the hair, all Venerians have. The hair has become much thicker than normal human hair, so it's closer to the sort of thickness of like whiskers on a cat. So very, very long, stiff hair, and it's in general much lighter than human hair. So in the blonde range, blonde to white range.
Neat.
Okay, and her name is Sal, you said?
Yes, Sall.
Does everyone think Evig's got Veneran legs?
What? That's what. I would say no, just because the build is different.
I was going to say, Evig's just a well-proportioned Veneran.
Yeah, the sort of the length seems right, but then the sort of the sort of where the mass is located seems odd.
Yeah. Evig's still strange.
Yeah.
Shock.
Obvious.
Shock horror.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she's coming. Approach me. Hello, Miss Sal. Sorry to visit you without any. What are you saying? Sorry. What do you say that in English?
Warning?
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry to show off without any warning, but we would like to talk with the prisoner if it's possible.
Oh, I believe that will not be possible. At least not here. The guards came and after I managed to at least convince them to give him some medicine, they took him over to the prison.
How are they conditioned anyway? Are they conscious? Their wounds is healing?
Conscious and definitely lucid, and way more approachable than yesterday. And as Evie can tell you, he couldn't get a lot out of him yesterday, but yeah, his mind seems to have recovered. But and she turns to Evie, and I know you're going to ask. No, he did not say anything of interest.
That is
Not to me.
most unfortunate. And he may be harder to question as he is already in jail. But it is worth a try.
Of course. Do you need anything else?
I do not think so. Thank you very much for your help.
Sal, did you happen to while you're nursing them here in your place, did you happen to hear anything at all? Like maybe they're talking to themselves or anything? Since they
Only while he was still more drugged up, and then it made no sense whatsoever.
Okay then. Thank you, Miss Sal.
Yeah.
Define it didn't make sense.
Just some, just uh, uh, random words string together.
But nothing of note.
Still
No.
screaming. Still screaming that Valzanian thingy.
Well, occasionally did that. Occasionally it was water, bread, cave, sand.
Caves.
Yes, if, a thing where you. And she gets this sort of light smile. The thing where when material has been hollowed out and so you can step in.
Yes, I am aware of what caves are.
Good.
Do I know of any caves around here?
Is there?
You wouldn't. Hey.
Snake, can we have do we have a map, like the full map of the whole city? Like, is there any cave?
Here around, no.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, the map that you have in front of you, the abstract one, that is as accurate as I want to do it right now.
Okay.
And it's for this game, it's not very important exactly where stuff is, but I can tell you right now, in the town or just surrounding it, and on the sort of main routes, there are no caves.
Yeah, we're in a desert.
What did you say?
We're in a desert. There don't tend to be large amounts of caves amongst the sand dunes, as far as I'm aware. Do you know of any caves nearby?
What? Caves nearby here in the desert? No.
That is what I thought.
I mean, if anywhere you would. Well, no, I do not know of a cave in the desert.
What, you've never heard of a desert cave before?
Only in only in ice deserts. But those are only stories. I've not traveled far in my life.
Quite.
Miss Sal, did you happen to know someone who has been living here for a long time? Because who knows, maybe there used to be a cave a long time ago and it got buried by sand now.
No one springs immediately to mind, but I can send a messenger to you if I remember something. Or if I.
Can I use clever to roll desert folklore? Or is there any desert folklore revolving around caves?
No, I mean, don't forget the approach. If you are sort of going, okay, I want to find out about this, and you sort of describe yourself, looking for books, looking for mentions, and sort of slowly strategically going through all the sort of obvious places and then going further down. That would be a roll then, but you can't roll to just know.
So Evig, in his life in the desert, has not heard of any myths involving desert caves.
I mean, there are myths and legends, but you know how accurate those are.
Yes, very accurate. Always.
Open sesame. Yeah.
Okay, so we can't find anything here.
Thank you for your time.
Yes. Sorry to bother you, Miss Sal. We'll be on our way.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you, and enjoy your day as well.
Okay, so we're getting up.
We are going to go to the prison, I guess.
Do you want to go to the prison first, or do you want to check the library, like to see the history?
Is there a library?
There is
Is
no
there?
library in this town.
No,
It's too
it's
small
small.
for too small.
Uh, Madeline gonna scream like, "Why there is no library?"
We'd have to go to, was it Dross,
Ross Vivian.
Dross Vivian for a library, I imagine.
Yeah, there's definitely a library there.
For sure.
Okay.
But of course,
So
you can still try to find information here. It's just going to be more about talking with people and listening to. Yeah.
To the prisoner.
yes.
I'm gonna go back to the basket weaving man. Have you heard of any? No, please, no. We don't need the last episode.
Okay, so let's go.
Hello, strange basket weaving man.
Remember me?
Who I have never met before.
What are you talking about? We met yesterday. Later.
The hit has got him.
Is it now canon that Evik has some kind of weird amnesia? Occasionally forgets things.
I mean, that would. You're still missing an aspect, so you can have that as an aspect that you just
Oh
randomly
god, no,
forget.
thank you. That'd make my life so much more difficult.
I mean,
Maybe if he changes himself real hard, there's the risk of amnesia.
well, I wouldn't call it amnesia, but the sort of sometimes you know random things, and sometimes you forget random things.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's like a short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
Because Evik did a lot of learning in his youth.
Yeah. So if you want an aspect that's basically like, hey, sometimes I know something and sometimes I forget something, then sure.
That's an interesting
Then you
aspect
can
to
have a sort of, yeah, I know about something, and then I go and then you can self-compel and so I forgot at an important point I forgot what that was.
fragmented memory. I'm gonna keep that in my pocket. I'm gonna consider that. That's an interesting notion.
Yeah. So yeah. So you are going to the guardhouse where the where prisoners are also held,
Would be interesting.
and obviously it is it's easy enough to find. Let's put it that way, and you step in into sort of front room of the guardhouse where guard is sitting writing something. Goes, good morning. What can I do for you?
Oh my god, this conversation is gonna be so great. I can already. Hello, yes.
Hello there. We're wondering if it's possible to do a prisoner visit now.
That would not be possible, I'm afraid. The prisoners are scheduled for trial in a day and
Yes,
may
we
not
are
receive
aware.
visitors.
You may know us from such incidents as when he tried to kill us. I would quite like to know more.
Well, sadly, I cannot allow you to enter.
You cannot allow me, or you will not allow me.
By law, I am required to prevent you from talking with the prisoner.
Have you spoken with the prisoner?
Of course I have. I am a guard, after all.
Quite. Has he mentioned anything about why he would be doing the things he was doing?
Well, yes, but if you are the one attacked, well, it can't hurt. They seem to be fanaticals, bent on on having the old gods returned.
The old gods, you say? Interesting. They seem quite bent on one specific god as their target. Has he given any clues as to why?
In his state of mind, I won't consider it. He may have with the other guards, but I have not read the reports of that, since it is not in my highest interest at this point in time.
Whilst that is very interesting, it is in my highest interest at this time, given him and his compatriots are a direct threat to me and my companions. I would seek knowledge as much as possible in order to safeguard myself and those following my religion.
He stands up, wait here, and he walks into the next room, and he stays there for like 5 minutes or so. He walks out and just the reports say nothing of any others apart from the one who is dead, and the one who was injured, and the one who is imprisoned. Well, the two who are imprisoned.
Did you manage to extract any information out of them, like, where their previous god? Because while it might not be in record, they might have alliance outside the record.
I cannot tell you everything I know, nor, but I can assure you that if they would have mentioned allies, that we would have taken care of them.
That assurance does not fill me with confidence.
It need not fill you with confidence, it need only be the truth.
The truth can be a fickle thing when not in possession of all of it. I fear. Okay, I would like to. Oh, I would like to. As. Okay, so. My unsettling visage stunt.
Yes.
Can I cleverly create an advantage within this conversation by appealing to his sense of law and duty to get him to reveal more information to us. Or allow us to speak with the prisoner. Accompanied by, as obviously part of the unsettling visage, Evig, like, unmasks his face during the conversation and subtly tweaks the way he looks in a way that makes him look like honest and sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Uh,
I need better words.
thus far, I don't think creating an advantage. What is your ultimate goal? Is it your ultimate goal is to talk to the prisoner? He's not
Ideally.
letting you. Yeah.
I'm
So-
trying to convince.
Yeah, that would be overcoming, not
Okay.
create. If you.
Well, it would be creating an advantage for the overcome, wouldn't it? How it works?
Yes, that would be possible.
Yeah, I just meant I just said on the stunt because I'm still not 100. I haven't used it before, so I'm trying to learn.
So if you want to sort of create an advantage by using the unsettling visage, then it wouldn't be because it's unsettling. It would rather be a sort of you're trying to intimidating him into it, and yeah, it would be more a sort of intimidation thing than appealing to.
Okay,
However,
I'm gonna start with appealing to reason, and then if it doesn't go well,
however, you have the changeling aspect. So if you want to appear more
I
appealing,
can't just do that. Yeah. I
of
can't
course,
just do that anyway.
yeah, and you have the fate for it, or the fate points for it, so you can just do that.
Yeah, I would like to make my face look like
Harmless?
honest, obviously concerned, and sort of trustworthy. It's the face of a friend and an honourable man.
So you want to appear that and get an advantage when you sort of try to convince him to let you through. Is that yes? Okay. Roll for advantage.
Okay. How do I do that?
/R40F plus your modifier. And the approach to that would be well, what do you think the approach is?
I mean, it's not forceful. It's not quick. It's not sneaky.
Carefully?
It's not really careful.
Personally, I'm leaning between. I would consider it careful, since you're trying to take care of getting all of the facial features correct, but also sort of clever would also fit.
I'm going to leave that decision up to you because obviously I have a preference and based on the numbers. So I'm going to leave that one in your hands.
Go with clever. I mean, you're creating an advantage. And it's a clever way of using the.
It's like trying to work out what I think would work best.
Yeah. F plus, and he would be competing with A plus. Hang on, let me make sure. Plus, what would that be? +2 probably. Yeah, so you succeed. You
Oh,
create or discover the aspect, and you're trying to create an aspect that that he's that he what? How did you describe it? That he finds appealing.
yes.
Define appealing.
I'm trying to use my big brain to work out what this man in front of me, what would best convince him, what his beliefs are based on the conversation we've had so far, the sort of person he is, and what would work best in convincing him. And I think it's his sense of duty and honor.
Okay, yeah. So you have that. So you can see that he sort of, the sort of. Wait, didn't he look different a few minutes earlier? Nah, just my mind. He looks fine.
I appeal to your sense of duty. I am but a humble servant in the eyes of my God, and I am merely concerned for the well-being of the people as you are. I feel we have common ground on this, and I would greatly appreciate it if I could just have a few words with the prisoner to set my mind at ease, or discover whether or not I have to protect or warn the others of my belief.
Okay. Roll. So now you're trying to overcome the sort of. Want to accomplish your goal, which is to have him take you to the prisoner and allow you to question him.
Is this still clever? Or is it careful? This might be careful.
Yeah, I think this one is more careful.
This is trying to choose your words carefully.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good. So good.
Yeah. So you accomplish your goal. So
Dak never rolled like this.
you don't know that the Cairo will try to break in and not.
Yeah, but she found a roll.
And if we don't know what would happen if Ivig would try to to rob a cart.
That's true. All I know is that even with a +6, the Kara still couldn't sneak anywhere.
Well, you succeed, so he will just. Only. So. Okay. Only for a minute. And he leads you to the jail cells and unlocks one of the doors and sort of make sure that the and sort of signals you to enter.
On my way in, as I go past him, I would just like to, like take him softly by the arm and say, "Thank you for this. May your life have purpose." A minute.
Give me a second, I need to write something.
Actually, not find. May your life have purpose. Find purpose suggests that he doesn't have purpose, and I feel like he does. That'd be a bit rude.
This writing is taking longer than I wanted it to.
It's okay.
Can I?
Okay, so it's a small cell. There is a bed that's barely enough for one person, and there is a jug of with water, and on a small table, along with a mug to drink out of. The only sort of light source is like how would you describe that? As what's that called? Like a window that's on the ceiling. Ceiling lights.
Skylight.
Skylight. Yeah. Thank you. But it's sort of a 45-degree angle between the roof and the sort of wall.
Mm-hmm.
And the Merrak is lying on the bed. As soon as he sees you, oh no, not you.
Oh yes. It's me.
Your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now. He looks serious, like he does not want to talk with you. And if you
I figured.
And if you try to threaten him, he will call for the guard and have you thrown out.
That's fine.
By the way, can I clarify? Just now, you said the guard opened the door. So does that mean we are inside the cell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping we can be like standing behind the.
Oh no, I wanted to be in here.
Oh gosh.
We're not trapped in there with him. He's trapped in there with us. Hello, Merrak.
Hello again.
I have some questions for you.
And why should I answer them?
Well, tomorrow you are to be tried. There is such a thing as repentance.
Says the one who worships a false god.
I mean, I've met them. I wouldn't entirely call it false. It's more a matter of perspective. Tell me, how many more of you are there?
Ask the gods. I've already told him.
Why our god in particular?
Your god. Ask the gods. I've already told him.
Now, Merrak, you're not being very helpful.
Neither are you, I must point out.
I'm helping a great many people. While you sit here in this cell, awaiting judgment.
Everyone will be judged at some point. Even those who worship those heretical gods like you.
Heretic is such a strong word. Tell me, what do you know of caves?
At this, you can see him sort of go
I
from...
want to stare him straight in the eyes. I want to, million yard stare into his soul.
And he, when he sort of go from, at first he sort of had the sort of very blank face, and when you say caves, and caves.
Oh.
Did I stutter?
Sorry.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
No, it was just not what I expected. And no, I do not know of any caves.
It is a shame. I was. May, do you have anything you want to ask him? Because my next move might get us kicked out.
Then I will just, and I just like sneak behind Ivik and like nudge him quietly, like, and whisper to him like, "Can you step out for a bit? Maybe he will talk more willingly to me rather than you, since you know."
As you wish. And Eva will like turn around, walk up to the bars, and I assume the door has been locked behind us.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stand at the far end and turn around and let May do her thing.
I was actually hoping to do this like while Ivik like not around. He might, like, the prisoner might want to talk, so I want to like meddle in pretending to be like telling him that, I'm not actually part of the god he's worshipping.
You can like whisper it.
Oh, sorry.
Like I'm sure if you whisper it to him, it will be. Yeah.
Could be. So yeah, I will approach a prisoner and whisper something like, I'm not part of the god he's worshipping, and I certainly want to stay alive and not get involved in this. So would you be so kind as to like, so I was like trying to pretend that I don't care with my group. So I want to keep my own safety, and I try to cleverly trying to convince him that I don't care, to pull the information out from him.
Nice.
So, what information do you want from him?
Um, is there really not no other alliance other than the one who get caught? Like, is there any other people out there who's going to aim for our life?
Ah, okay. Okay, so yeah, I like that clever approach.
Okay. Rob.
And you're trying to overcome. Yep. Roll.
Yeah. Okay. Roll. Clever.
Don't forget the space.
Oh yeah.
And a small D.
I was like, what's wrong with that? And then I was like, oh. Oh, Madeline's so smart.
Oh.
Oh no, need the space.
Between the R and the 4.
I thought you said
Slash R space 4DF plus 3.
Okay. R 4.
There you go. Okay.
Yay.
Good roll.
Thanks.
Not as far as I know. Not here, at least.
Oh. So I assume I will be safe as long as I'm staying in this town.
And he just shrugs, like. He shrugs and then he sort of pulls a face and sort of puts his hand back on his um, on his wishbone and pulls a face, and I assume so. He seems to fall down when it comes to his mood.
Fall down to what? Sorry, Snake?
His mood seems to be sort of. He seems to be going into stop being so forward coming.
Oh. What to do? Oh. Can I try again? So Madeline will approach him and saying something like, I'm sure you know by now that your trial is tomorrow. And yeah, any last wish you like to,
Last wait, sorry. Last wish.
I don't know. For some reason, I keep thinking he will get executed or something.
I wish to be free of this prison. This is what my mind went to straight away.
Last regret or something. I don't know. I feel. I don't know why I feel bad to him all of a sudden.
Any last words?
Just leave me alone.
Okay. Okay. I'm out of idea. Okay, bye.
Okay. Alright. Evie's gonna go back.
So I just stroll out from the prison, and until we completely out from the ear range of the prisoner, I just nudge Evie and just say...
So you call for the guard to let you out?
No.
Not yet. What to do?
I would like to walk up to Merrak, and I would like to get uncomfortably close to him. And is he sitting down?
He's lying down.
He's lying down. I would like to crouch beside him and look him in the eyes.
All I imagine is like a scissor lift, just.
Yeah. It's just like all these limbs just. His scissor lifts down, so he's looking over Merrak. Now, I would still like to know the extent to which me and my friends are in danger. You do not seem to want to cooperate with that wish. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I've already told your friend, and he points to Madeline, of that. Guards, we're done here.
Merrak, there are fates far worse than death. And I would like to freak him out. I want to. Can I? What was the?
Why? Okay. What do you want to achieve by freaking him out? The guard is coming. So I'll let you roll if you want to freak him out, but you need to explain what you want to achieve with that.
I want him to think that even if this is essentially an intimidation roll regarding if he survives tomorrow, because I don't know if what the laws are around here. Is he definitely getting executed if he's found guilty?
No.
No. Good. Okay. So I am trying to intimidate him in a way that suggests that if he survives tomorrow, which he probably will in some form, incarcerated or not, he will, oh boy, he's going to experience some things that people really are not meant to experience. I'm going to tear his soul asunder, is the vibe I'm giving off. I would like to do something kind of vaguely demonic, like maybe make my teeth pointy a little bit, or 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 make my eyes go red, you know, or just black. I want to intimidate him so I can try and use. I want to basically create an image, contort my face in a way that is unnatural to the point of terrifying him into believing that I have some kind of weird power that means he will suffer for all eternity. And
So
he should just tell me what I need to know.
the god will arrive before he can tell you.
Oh.
However,
I would also do it out of spite.
yeah. So, but if you want any mechanical thing, then you can, you know.
I would still like to do it in case I get a chance to talk to him as he's being led away tomorrow or something. He's got some time to mill it over.
So,
I would.
So
I would
what I
like
would...
to argue this is unsettling Visage.
hang on. Conversation is yes. So yeah. So this would wait. Cleverly create an advantage. Hang on, what's going on there?
I want to work out what would
on.
unsettle him the most.
Oh, hang on. No, I just found out that the... See, there, create... Oh, get a free invocation. So yeah, so the aspect will be like that he becomes afraid of Evig. Which you then can invoke for free once.
Yes.
Yes. Obviously, invoking it right now would be meaningless since...
Yeah, I'm gonna let him, because I'm not going to get the answer out of him because the guard's coming. I'll save it, but I want him to be afraid of it.
Yeah, and I will also note that normally the aspects don't last very long, so all of the created with these kind of aspects don't normally last this long, but let's put it this way: within a day. So
Okay.
So let's say within 48 hours you have to use it, or
Perfect.
it's
Yeah.
going to be, or no, say 36 hours.
That should hopefully be fine also.
Yeah, so within 36 hours, if you succeed, you can you can invoke it to have the advantage.
Neat. Cool. I look forward to it.
And yeah.
There are fates worse than death, Merrak. I know, I have lived them.
Although that is almost like,
Written.
I would almost say that it's flashy rather than clever. I mean, you are doing it sort of, but at the same time, since it's the first time you use the stunt, and Unsettling Visage is almost... Can you give me an example when you would use Unsettling Visage cleverly to create an advantage.
Working out the way I looked at it was working out the way in which I think would most unsettle them. Like, what does this? What's the sort of thing that I could change about myself that would affect this person in the way that I want it to? Whether or not that is like intimidating them, like making them afraid of me, or whether it's making them uneasy. I guess it's similar.
Yeah, but this
That's
time
kind of how I had it in mind. But I'm not an expert on this system, so I wasn't
yeah,
sure.
I would say that
I
would say that if you know you're doing it sort of while you have a conversation and sort of do it slowly over time to sort of unsettle them over the conversation, then yes, it would be careful. Like, I would almost say careful rather than clever. Oh no, it would be clever if you describe it correctly. But this sort of rather short time on the sort of changes, that would definitely be flashy.
Okay.
Can you
less good, but
and it makes
no points in flashy, but yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that it's not going to be as good since it hurts you as well, and obviously that's going to.
Yeah. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks for Evig. Evig is in an insane amount of pain right now. His fists are like his knuckles are bone white.
creating more like
his nails are digging into his palm.
Imagine it like you witness something changing in front of your eyes, and there's like this sound of cracking bones. You can hear it.
You can hear the cracking of the bones. The eyes go wild because he's. Evig's in pain at the same time, so his eyes are like.
Okay, roll.
So, is that just straight flashy then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks intimidated, but then the sort of guard unlocks the door, and he sort of, and he's scared right now, but it's not long lasting enough to sort of have any long lasting impact.
Should have put points in flashy.
Nanti nggak coba.
Yeah. So yes, and then the guard comes and sort of shows you out the door, basically. And now we wait for Madeline. I think she said she'll be right back.
Yeah, sorry, just my mom coming.
Yeah. Excellent. And yeah, so you're being showed out by the guard.
Yeah.
And when he sort of leads you out, he says, I hope you got what you wanted. Won't happen again.
I appreciate letting us speak with him. You did not have to, and your kindness shall be remembered. You serve the city well.
Yeah,
and he gives him a little bow. Like a nod of the head.
Yeah.
Please.
He also gives you a nod, and then...
Like me and my doppelganger.
Well...
The most monotonous conversation full time. Yes, but have you considered... No. No, I have not. Well, that was overall unhelpful. That reaction when I mentioned the caves, to clarify, was that reaction, what is this guy talking about? What caves? Or was it a, I didn't know about caves.
It was the. Wait, we're talking about caves? Okay. Sort of the sort of confusion of why are we suddenly talking about caves?
Okay, so he didn't think. Okay, all right. So that was an entirely useless conversation. Good.
And yeah. Right. Considering that it's 11 o'clock and we've not been going for too long, but some things to think about, and hopefully we can get Atticus back next week.
Yes.
And then we'll probably do the trial tomorrow as well. The trial tomorrow, next week as well.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, May, before, while you were gone, I made a decision to sort of end it here for now, since we've been going for a while, and I'm starting to
There's
get.
only two of us.
And there's only two of us, so hopefully next week we'll have a party of 3 or possibly a party of 4. I've got a potential interested person. And
also, Evig really needs a lay down right now. He is in a lot of pain.
Got to rest.
the physician is right across the market.
Evig's like limping on his halberd. Back home.
Yeah. And it's the pain in the eyes. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't look him in the eyes. Your heart will break. Or Evig.
The black puppy eyes. So yeah, we'll end the souls for today, and we will continue on next week as usual.
I thought we did some excellent good cop, bad cop in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. We make an excellent team, even if it didn't work.
But can you like imagine when the two of them come back? It's like Ivik is like limping, like I'm sorry to say this, but like grandpa.
Yeah, well, he's already like hunched anyway. He already hunches over, so he's like with his walking stick, like.
Yeah. So when
my arthritis is playing up again.
What's it called? Hang on. Continue talking.
But about what?
What
would you like us to talk about?
No, it's just that a cataract is in Swedish is called gråstarr, so gray stiffness, and you have the gray goo in you. So I imagine. That's. But it would have been better if it was called something with gray in English as well.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Sadly, no. We're not that interesting.
Alas, we will end it here. And I will see you lot next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, then.
Enjoy your week.